Alright guys, so STR Gogeta has finally gotten his EZA on both versions of Dokkan now. This does make him the best Super Gogeta card in Dokkan. Like, if we go ahead and take a look at all the different versions and forms of Gogeta that he has, STR Gogeta is definitely the best of this version, right? I mean, it's only really between these two cards since, you know, the LR Gogeta is a transformation unit anyway. But STR Gogeta is comfortably in the lead above INT Gogeta, right? Now, one of the big reasons for this, the main reason for this, is their difference in attack stat. Fully rainbowed STR Gogeta, fully EZA'd, has over 20,000 attack. He is the only unit in Dokkan that is not an LR to have over 20,000 attack. And then we look at INT Gogeta, who's down here at 16,660 attack. That makes a big time difference in the amount of damage that they're able to deal. That's why, despite the fact that INT Gogeta gets a 120% attack buff, he's not able to do as much damage as STR Gogeta does, who gets a 77% attack buff. Now, one question I've gotten a lot over the last day, enough so to where, you know, when I heard about this post on the subreddit, I decided, you know what, this would be a good topic for a quick video, right? You know, a lot of people have been asking, you know, how many dupes should an STR Gogeta have to be better than INT Gogeta, right? Because, like, here's the thing about INT Gogeta, especially on Global. INT Gogeta has been featured on some of the best banners in Global's history. In particular, the legendary Christmas banner from 2 years ago that was Ultra Instinct Goku, his arrival on Global Dokkan. INT Gogeta was one of the featured units on there, and it was very, very easy on that banner to pull a lot of featured units. So many people were able to get many copies of INT Gogeta back then. So a lot of people on Global who have long-time accounts have INT Gogeta, you know, rainbowed or with 3 dupes or 2 dupes or something along those lines. Now, of course, if you are a very, very long-time player, you'll probably also have STR Gogeta rainbowed or close to it because, of course, STR Gogeta has been on so many banners, so many ticket banners, right? You know, the several different times they've handed out tickets and stuff. So STR Gogeta, you know, if you have a long-time account, it's very likely that you will have him rainbowed. Now, if we head over here, here's what INT Gogeta's damage calcs come out to at the rainbow level. So it's 3,100,000 basically. Well, 200,000. I don't know. People get. I noticed that people sometimes don't like this number right here is basically 3.2 million, right? But I'll say like, oh, you know, 3.1 million because you guys know what I'm saying. But anyway, so, you know, without the experienced fighters link, he's basically at 3.2 million. With experienced fighters active, he's, you know, about 3.45. So, you know, that's good numbers. Now, here's what 55% STR Gogeta is able to do at the corresponding different levels of him getting rainbow key spheres, right? Because that's an important part of STR Gogeta's new card, is that he is going to be getting 7% attack per rainbow key sphere. Now, it's very easy, I should add, to have a lot of rainbow key spheres on this team with several units such as the Tech Super Saiyan God Goku, you have Tapion, and you also have the EZA Goten. These are all like top tier units I would definitely recommend on the team who will create a lot of rainbow key spheres, which will be very good for both STR Gogeta, and it'll also be good for LR, you know, Super Gogeta, LR Angel, you know, Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, if you're running them as well. So running, you know, one of these 3 units, you know, 2 of them or all 3 can be very, very helpful for making sure there's a lot of rainbow orbs. But as we can see, just a normal free dupe Gogeta is not able to out-damage INT Gogeta. He does have more defense, and that's the thing. Because of the fact that this STR Gogeta gets that 77% defense, whereas INT Gogeta does not get anything like that, you know, it's very easy for STR Gogeta to be better defensively. So, you know, basically, the number we're looking for, I mean, I wouldn't run a rotation, I don't think, of INT Gogeta and LR Gogeta. You know, of course, Blue Gogeta is the superior unit. You probably want to run him on rotation. So, like, I don't think it's that important to have that experienced fighters link active. Just let me double check. What other units on the team have experienced fighters? I suppose you could run LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, although I don't really, I don't know. I don't really like him so much on the Movie Hero team. Tapion does have it, who you could definitely have in a slot there on the movie hero team. So, I don't know. Sometimes you could have experienced fighters, sometimes not. I'm just going to kind of consider the Int Gogeta to be at the 3.2 million, right? So, once STR Gogeta gets one dupe, that's where, you know, depending on the amount of rainbow orbs you're able to get, he definitely can surpass him. Now, here's the thing, right? 5 rainbow orbs is just not happening. Like, you can't ever count that. 4 is also rare unless you have a rainbow orb changer. 3, I would say, is uncommon, but, you know, you could probably get that to happen. And then 1 or 2, you know, is most, you know, you'll get most frequently. So, basically, more or less, I would say with one dupe, STR Gogeta is pretty much even with Int Gogeta in terms of the damage that he would deal. And then, of course, you know, if we look at his defensive number right there, you know, that, of course, is definitely, it just gets higher and higher to where Int Gogeta can't even compete. Then, of course, once we get to 2 dupes, at that point, it's a landslide. Like, it's very easy with 1 Rainbow Key Sphere. Well, does he even need 1? No, no, even with, if Int Gogeta has the Experienced Fighters link, it doesn't matter. Just 0 rainbow orbs at 2 dupes, STR Gogeta is able to outperform Int Gogeta. So, there's, I guess, the dupe level you could say. So, like, if your STR Gogeta has 2 dupes, 100% he's better than Int Gogeta. 1 dupe, it's a little iffy, and then 55%, you probably are better off going with Int Gogeta, right? Because even though STR Gogeta has a little bit more defense, that's not a huge gap. 38,000 to 51,000 isn't that big of a deal to where you probably could just go with Int Gogeta, right? But once you get to 1 dupe, it's a discussion. But then, you know, 2 dupes, 3 dupes, Rainbow, at that point, like, you could see the numbers. Int Gogeta is not capable of getting close to this. Again, I would say, realistically, you know, one of these 2 is probably what you're going to be seeing if STR Gogeta is rainbowed frequently. Depending on if, you know, you're bringing the the Tech Super Saiyan God Goku, the EZA Goten, you know, those units are able to create a lot of Rainbow Key Spheres, so don't sleep on them, because that's one thing about the Fusion / Movie Hero team, is there's not a lot of support type units. You've really only got the AGL Super Saiyan Gohan from the Broly movie, and then you also have Pandel. That's pretty much it. There's also that free-to-play Great Saiyaman, but obviously, you know, none of those support units are really like that spectacular anymore. They don't have a unit that gives, you know, 35% or 40%, which is, you know, just amazing. So, you know, that is what it is. But there you go, guys. You know, this pretty much shows you the numbers. A lot of times, I'm hesitant to make videos on, like, calculations done by people on the subreddit that, like, you know, that's not Lalagami or Mobile Man, because they are highly accurate. A lot of times people will show me calculations on the subreddit that just aren't true, right? But this, to me, like this seems pretty, like, basically what I've seen in game. So I do believe that these are accurate right here. So again, as soon as STR Gogeta reaches 2 dupes, Int Gogeta can't do as much damage as him at all. But, you know, then, you know, 1 rainbow, 2 rainbow, he starts getting way higher. And then, you know, 3 dupes, 4 dupes, you know, it's a landslide victory for STR Gogeta. So, you know, the answer to the question, a lot of people have asked me, you know, like, free dupe, I'd say go Int Gogeta. At 1 dupe, I would actually say they're borderline even at that point. You know, because STR Gogeta's defense has jumped up quite a bit. Int Gogeta is able to slightly out-damage him. But I would almost say all you need is 1 dupe, and then at that point, I would run STR Gogeta over Int Gogeta. That's all you need. So just 2 copies of STR Gogeta will make him better than a rainbowed Int Gogeta. Now, also, this does not mean Int Gogeta is completely worthless and, like, you can't use him at all anymore. He's still, like, I still use him all the time in Dokkan Battlefield. I find that using just mono-type teams in Dokkan Battlefield is very effective. Int Gogeta is still great over there. I'm sure at some point there might be an EZA where he's good on, so don't, like, you know, be like, oh, Int Gogeta's shit forever, I'll baba him. Eventually, I'm sure they're going to keep going with the EZAs. You know, we'll see what the next EZA on JP is. Are they going to give an EZA to AGL Super Vegito? You know, are they going to move on to the 100% units like Physical Goku Black or AGL Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku? You know, is that the direction the EZAs are going to take? Because at that point, you know, we're not too far away from the 120% leaders getting EZAs. You know, some of those units, it's like, I shudder to think, you know, Physical Vegito Blue, AGL Rose, you know, STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Int Gogeta, like, what are some of those EZAs gonna look like? Because we're creeping close to that class of units. They're still quite good. Like, you know, AGL Rose still holds its own. Int Gogeta is still amazing. You know, when these units get EZAs, I don't know, maybe in the next year or next year and a half, it's going to be wild. It's, you know, Dokkan has, you know, really upped the sort of free-to-play friendliness, right? So, you know, just because you've pulled, like, you know, this older version of this unit or this version that's not as good anymore, it doesn't mean they'll be bad forever. At some point in the future, they probably can be good. So, we'll go ahead and finish up here. The discussion between who is better in STR Gogeta and Int Gogeta. How many dupes does STR Gogeta? My, you know, realization towards the end of this video, if you got a dupe in STR Gogeta, he's probably the better case, you know, offensively and defensively combined. And if you're only going for offense, at 2 dupes, he completely outclasses Int Gogeta offensively, even though with 1 dupe, he can get higher than Int Gogeta. So, thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you guys are going to be running, Int Gogeta or STR Gogeta. You know, maybe, you know, here's the #1 thing. Int Gogeta definitely does have a better super attack animation than STR Gogeta, no doubt about that. So let me know what you guys decide to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.